And we're back. In record time.
Man, it's almost, you got probably only missed like a second.
I hope that this should be easy to edit. But anyway, we're doing a different editing strategy this time, or a recording strategy this time, which will make editing different. But anyway, of course.
The dragon, not what he's saying.
You don't do editing at all. You don't have to worry about that shit.
Nope. I'm such a slacker.
You just get to come here, chat, play games, fucking go home. And then you have the hard. Okay, you do have the hard job after that. dealing with those demons.
Yeah. Oh, look at him go.
Demon spawn.
Let's go.
Oh, that reminds me of something.
Got him.
Just wondering, did you ever walk in to the room when she was breastfeeding? And just raise your hand and say, I got sloppy seconds.
Oh, God. So I can honestly say, no, I never did that. It's actually
seems like a missed opportunity.
Right?
Maybe you should pop out another kid and do that.
No,
I don't want you to pop out another kid.
The cost reward benefit is not even close.
Yeah, I feel you would have passed that for the first one.
Let's see here what we get. Oh,
before it even popped out, you had bought all that crap.
It is definitely like a thing. Like once they start breastfeeding, like you kind of, oh, dope. I don't really need it, but that's cool. Yeah, they're not that common, so
does it make a boner softer?
It doesn't. It's for weakness exploit. So now that I got 2 of them now. Which doesn't mean a whole lot, because most of the good items that give weakness exploit give 2 ranks anyway, so I keep making like physical gestures that you guys don't see. But
he's holding up the number 2.
The 2! I got 2 fingers up! But, so like most of the time you don't need it. But, you know, you never know. If there's like gear loadout you want to do and you're like, well, I want weakness, but you couldn't fit like anything, like any gear that natively had it, you could potentially slot it with gems then.
Gotcha.
So it's always,
so the exploit, the weakness exploit, is that a single thing, or is it you have to get one for each different kind of weakness?
No, it's so it is one thing. It has up to 3 ranks.
Okay.
The first rank is 15%, second rank is 30%, third rank gives you 50%.
Okay.
So what it is whenever you're hitting a monster's weak spot, it gives you a bonus affinity.
Okay.
Right? And so like
good. I like that they kept it. I mean, they could have went more complicated and that would have been neat too, but it would have caused a little bit of a trouble. It would have caused, okay, now I got to build another weapon. Because of going after, or another full set of weapons.
Yeah.
When I start going after all of these, which is fine. This is supposed to be a grindy game, but sometimes there are lines to draw. So,
my kitties came back. It's gonna go re-queue them real fast. But yeah, no. Thankfully, yeah, no. Nice and simple. Generally considered the best damage increasing skill in the game because a 50% boost to your affinity is pretty massive.
Right.
And it ends up being generally like a 12.5% increase overall, like multiplicatively on your damage. So that's pretty significant.
So we were at fucking JCPenney last night because not a normal place I stopped at, but that was unfortunate. That's where I got that shirt at that I'm not mentioning.
Sure, yeah.
There was some fucking woman. This was at close, and there was a massive line behind her, and she did not give a fuck. So
the best
she
customers
was bitching about a fucking discount on something, and she was saying it's buy one get one half off. And so they spent the time going over the radio, trying to talk to someone to go and check and see what it is. And he came back over the radio saying, "Well, actually, it's just 25% off everything." And she said, "No, I don't want that. I want the buy one get one half off."
Oh, fuck my life in half!
Not realizing her fucking brain. That buy one get one half off is at best 25% off, but often worse.
Right.
She was better off getting 25% off both items. Oh. Because if she was buying a cheaper second item, this would amount to a bigger discount for her.
Right.
If you're going to be a savvy shopper, be savvy, please.
No math. Basic fucking math. I wonder if they posted anything. Let's check. I don't think so. I think I would have seen a message pop. They did.
Speaking about babies, by the way, when I was up in Salt Lake for my job, I went over to Boise for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I just drove up there Saturday, drove back Sunday. Unlimited mileage on the rental car was awesome. So, although I did have to pay for gas, I couldn't justify expensing that gas. But anyway, while I was there, we were going out to downtown, and that weekend just happened to be prom for some high school that was there. And I'm going to not talk about the jailbait too much because, god damn it, there was so much of it.
Oh boy.
There was, while we were trying to pay for parking, there was a prom couple there. And as we were walking away, she told them to be safe. And that reminded me of something. And so I looked back and I said, "Oh, did you bring a condom?" She looked over at me with a scared fucking look on her, like the girl in the prom dress. She had a terrified look on her face, and he looked over with his eyes big, like I'm not going to smile right now. But I'm pretty sure they weren't at that part of the relationship yet, and that's exactly what I was going for. It's like, I got to make this night memorable for these kids. How can I do that in one sentence?
Stranger telling them to bring a condom.
I could have offered the one that I had, but
that might have been even weirder.
Maybe a little bit.
Like maybe
I could have also mentioned that it's flavored.
Yeah. Now you're pushing it.
I mean, I carry it just in case Exus and I are somewhere, and it's like, okay, let's not risk it. I mean, we're risking being in public and doing stuff, but
I'll give them 15 seconds to jump in, and then I'll go.
Sweet. They can join while you're progressing.
They can, yeah. So I'm just giving, because I'm not sure if they saw that I posted or not, or I'm not even sure if they're going to continue playing. I have no idea what they're doing. But that was 15 seconds. Let's go. Oh, nope. Man, wow. If we were not just recording, if we were streaming, I would think that she was listening in. I don't know if you saw that. Right at the 15 second,
right when you said that.
Right at the 15 second mark. I'll stand by for departure. Oh man. Yeah, so when we were in Japan, I wondered if there was maybe just, a regional difference then, because we weren't anywhere near Tokyo, right? We were in Kyoto.
Okay.
And from what I understood, too, Kyoto is considered more of a traditional kind of city.
Okay.
I would use the term conservative, but in America that has all kinds of connotations as far as politics go that wouldn't be translating. But I would say less. I'm not gonna say Americanized because that's just American being big-headed. It's less international friendly. It's more of just trying to. It's kept its roots. Right, yeah. They're just, they're very, I think the best word maybe is just traditional at this point.
There you go, that's a good one.
Yeah, and so, it was kind of funny, especially when we were there, we stayed at a variety of places, right? We wanted to get a good, we wanted to see a lot of this, as much of the city as possible and stuff. And so, the first few nights, we stayed in this bed and breakfast, it's called a ryokan. But it was up in, the north western part of Kyoto. And, up in a bit up in the a little bit up in the mountains and stuff, and I'm guessing because we were kind of far out from downtown, and by kind of far I'm talking in Japanese terms, right? Relatively speaking, we were I don't know, maybe 4 miles away from downtown.
Okay.
Right, you come to a big city in America, and that's you're pretty much in downtown if you're 3 miles from downtown, right? Because these cities are
big city, yes. Yeah, our city, no,
but the cities are so sprawling and stuff here.
Yeah.
And but they're not, right? So 3 miles from downtown you're considered a ways out of downtown. And so I think that had to do with it too. But remember the first day, we're walking towards there's this plum festival going on, and we were well, let's go check that out. So we're walking there, and we see this garbage truck coming up the road. And towards us, and we see him, and one guy who's sitting in the passenger seat reaches all the way across the cab to point directly at us, and the dude in the middle yanks out a phone to take a picture as they're driving by. And they were just holy shit, look at those white people.
That's exactly the opposite of what my experience was.
Well, but I think it might just be the regions, right?
Because of where... Okay, so that's another thing, was that I went to a...
You went to a spot that probably has a lot more foreign...
Well, no. When I went to Akihabara, I didn't stay in Akihabara. All of the places in Akihabara are capsule hotel rooms
Oh, okay.
Which was interesting. I would have liked to do it, but I only had one night where I was going to be away, and so I thought, okay, I actually have multiple ways to do this. I want a place where I can.
Did you stay in a love hotel by yourself?
Huh?
Did you stay in a love hotel by yourself?
No. I did a traditional Japanese room where it was, please take off your feet at the beginning, and then there's this like raised 2 inches floor that's all made out of that wood.
That's soft.
Right.
Yeah.
And there was a bed on the floor, and you could bring out a table if you wanted, but there were no chairs.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool. I had the vlog up on that, and the thing about the capsule, the reason why I didn't do the capsule, because they were technically cheaper. The room that I got was actually the cheapest that wasn't a capsule, but the reason why I didn't want to do the capsule is because because they have showers there, so it's not like I wouldn't have been able to do that. But I couldn't share. I was doing shopping. I was buying a bunch of fucking figures, so I wasn't going to be able to store all that shit in my room.
I hate Bazelgeuse
with me.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's why I didn't do that.
Yeah, one of the nights we were there.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Really quick. There was a part that I went to though that I wonder if I might have got that sort of reaction if I was there during the day, because it was not an Akihabara, and it was a residential neighborhood, and very very tight roads. Mm-hmm. That could have been an area that maybe I would have got the same reaction out of.
Yeah. Well, I'd probably been like, why the hell is he here?
Yeah. So I walked through the neighborhood, not even needing to. I actually went in the wrong direction because for some reason I clicked on I clicked on my phone. It had the address of the hotel, so I clicked on that and it brings me to maps. But instead, it just sent me to the center of the city, of that particular little tiny city part of the big city, and that was someone's backyard. That was not the hotel I was trying to go to, so I had to walk back in the other direction quite a ways. But I went and walked again. It was so fucking pleasant to be there.
Yeah.
So
we had not the same experience, but something somewhat similar. It was on one of our last days there, and we went up. Oh God, what was the name of the temple now? It was like this temple on a mountain, though. Okay. And like so you could, and it's like all up. Oh, it's the oh shit! It's the one with the Tories, I think.
I don't know. I didn't do any temple hunting when I was there. I didn't do touristy things when I was there. Basically, okay. I didn't have time to really.
But so so we go up though, and like we're going up the mountain and doing the seeing the temple and stuff, and then we're like, time to go. So we're heading down, and we got turned around somehow. And so rather than going down the side of the mountain that the temple's on, we went down the wrong side of the mountain. We started realizing it. And we're like, the path got a little rougher, and it's like, we don't see much temple stuff. And we're like, this doesn't seem quite right. And then we found like this like little creek with this little bridge, and then we saw like these like two women with like a kindergarten class like taking them out like as like a little field trip or something. And it's just like, okay, we are definitely in the wrong spot. And sure enough, like then we realized like. We went a little bit further, and like there was like a bunch of houses and like with some like not like walls, but they were kind of like fenced off from like the mountain a bit, right? And it's just like we realized like we absolutely went down the wrong side of the mountain and ended up like in a residential area. It's like, oh crap! So then we had to like go all the way back up the mountain and then come back down again.
Hand signals are a little different there. So when you say come here, usually in America we do this thing that I'm gesturing.
Yeah.
But in Japan, it's the other way. They do it facing downwards, like calling for another card in blackjack.
Oh, I gotcha.
But I guess I'll talk about this next episode. But they did have some particular symbols that they like, or hand gestures that they liked using as well. But
you got the finger a lot.
Totally got the finger a lot. I don't know what they think of the finger. It's probably nothing to them.
Right, yeah. It's sort of like if you were to give like an American like the not the peace sign, but if you were like to reverse the peace sign.
Oh,
right? Like
I only just learned about that recently in a movie I watched on the way back on a plane.
Did you watch Hot Fuzz on the way back?
It wasn't Hot Fuzz. It was a Winston Churchill thing that Gary Oldman played.
Oh, okay.
It was actually really good.
I know what you're talking about, although I haven't seen it.
It's really good. It was pretty damn entertaining all the way through. But he did that symbol, and then it went into the media. It was like front page, and then his assistant girl told him what it was. She's like, it's inappropriate for me to tell you what this means. And he says, I was a sailor, blah, blah, blah. And she says, it means up your bum. And he starts laughing his ass off. But anyway, we'll catch you guys in the next episode. But for now, we are done talking.
Oh, bye-bye.
Water boy.